Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm Bello Kevy. If you are not already subscribed, please do so because that would help me out a lot. For this week's video, we are back at Universal Studios because I want to pin the two parks against each other. So I want to see Universal versus Islands of Adventure. Now this video is dedicated to the people who plan on coming here and can only do one park, which is whether you can afford it or not, or you know, you only have time to do one park. That's none of my business. That's your wallet, that's your time. Now, with all of that said, let's head into Universal Studios and live our most magical life. Now, before we enter this park, I just want to make it very, very clear. This is just based off my opinion on which park you should go to. I mean, there is no right or wrong answer here. I'm just here to kind of help you figure out where you want to go. That's all. So, let's head inside. So I'm going to be giving you guys a walkthrough tour of Universal Studios first, show you guys some of the rides they have, the themed areas, a few shops, and then we're going to head over to Islands of Adventure, and I'm going to do the same exact thing there, and then I'm going to give you guys my opinion at the end of this video. Alright friends, welcome to Universal Studios. As soon as you enter the park, you are down this street here, and to your left is Despicable Me. It is a 3D simulator ride. To be honest, I haven't done that. I've done it before when it used to be Jimmy Neutron's something something, and then they rethemed it to Despicable Me. And then to your right, you have Shrek 4D, which is also another 3D ride where the seats move, and it's cool. One thing about Universal is most of the rides are like 3D simulations, so you're not really gonna get that like crazy thrill here. The rides are still pretty cool, but like I said, they're all like 3D. Then past Despicable Me and Shrek, you have Rip Ride Rocket. This is probably the highest thrill level ride here. Love this. So basically, it's a coaster that allows you to pick a song from a playlist, and it plays as you're riding the coaster. Very, very fun. I recommend picking Fergie Glamorous because, you know, obviously. They also have the main stage right here. So obviously, Mardi Gras is still happening. If you guys want to see that, I have more videos over on my channel. So they have extended Mardi Gras, I believe, so mid-April. So you could still come, depending on when you plan on coming. And that is only designated to this side of the park. And past Rip Ride Rocket, you start to enter the New York City area. This is the NBC Studio where they have Race Through New York City starring Jimmy Fallon. I mean, a lot of people don't enjoy this ride. They think it's just lame, but I actually really, really enjoy it. So definitely should check that out. Now, if you bank right, this is where the Mummy ride will be. I believe this is still a piece of New York City. And then there goes another float right there. And they also have a tribute store that they do for every like special occasion. So I know they've done a Christmas one, they do the Halloween Horror Nights one, and now they're doing Mardi Gras. Now here we have the Mummy ride. This is my co-host's favorite ride. He loves this ride, and for good reason. It's really fun, and the line doesn't look too bad right now. Now, if you are planning on making that trip to Universal during Mardi Gras, they do have food booths all around, which again, I highly recommend. They are delicious, and you can get your drink on. After passing the Mummy, you walk through, and I think this becomes the San Francisco area, I believe. And if you look to your left, they have Fast and the Furious Supercharge, which is also another simulation ride, which a lot of people clown on it, and I'm one of those people. So, and here we have the UK/King's Cross area. Now, here at King's Cross is where you can take the Hogwarts Express over to the other park, which will lead you to Hogwarts Castle. Now, I cannot stress this enough. If you do not have a park pass, you cannot get on the Hogwarts Express. Again, if you do not have a park pass, you can't get on the Hogwarts Express. Now, to be honest, this is the crown jewel of Universal. Honestly, the only reason why I come to this side of the park is for the Wizarding World, or if they're doing a special occasion like Mardi Gras. But this is in my opinion, the best part of Universal Studios. Diagon Alley. Let's go. Here is where you would enter Diagon Alley. I've had a lot of people say that they can't find it when they come. It is actually in between these brick walls. So you just head through these brick walls, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're in Diagon Alley. Alley is the absolute best. They have the best shops. I wouldn't say they have the best food, but they also have the best ride here at Universal. They have Escape from Gringotts. Oh, so good. Not a super intense ride, but very, very effective and highly immersive. Love it. 10 out of 10. Here is Escape from Gringotts. You obviously cannot miss it with the giant dragon on top. Guys, this is the best. Highly recommend it. Definitely do it when you come. You're not going to spend too much time at the Wizarding World because that's not what this video is about. I'm just trying to show you guys everything they have here in Universal. If you would like to see more of the Wizarding World, I have a ton of other vlogs that you guys can check out over on my channel. Now, they have a lot of fantastic stores here in Diagon Alley. You have Fred and George's Joke Shop, which, so well themed inside of there. Again, you guys can check that out on my channel. And they have a Quidditch shop, and what's awesome is that all of these stores do connect together. So if you walk in one, you'll end up walking through them all. And if you're hungry and want to grab a bite to eat, you could head over to the Leaky Cauldron. And it is super well themed inside of there too. I'm not going to go inside right now because you do need a reservation, and everyone's staring at me right now. So let's go. Well done, dragon! Now that's something super cool that they do here at the Wizarding World. The dragon does go off about every 20 minutes. So it's just time it right and you'll get the perfect picture, I promise you. That was all of the Wizarding World. A quick little tour. Hopefully it gave you guys kind of like an overview of everything they have there. Highly recommended. Obviously it is my favorite part of coming to Universal Studios. I think it's honestly what's saving this park, because other than that, mama, there's not much going on here. Now once you exit the Wizarding World, you will come across the Fear Factor stunt show or something like that. Never done it, never interested in doing it. Obviously it's closed right now due to COVID, so Universal, let's just shut this down, extend the Wizarding World, or give us a whole brand new land. That sounds like a good idea. But right next to it is a fan favorite. This is the Men in Black Alien Attack. It is a dark ride where you can shoot aliens and rank up as many points as you can. It's actually pretty fun. I did it once before, which again, it's on the channel. And we had a really good time. Does need an update though, for sure. Now, once you pass Men in Black, you enter the Simpsons themed area, which another well themed area. I do love it. The only thing I wish is that the Simpsons ride was different. It is one of those simulation rides, which does cause me to get very, very nauseous. But if you're someone who can handle it, you would love it. And they also have a lot of carnival games, which is really fun. And they have the Alien Swirling Saucer, and I believe those are the only two rides here in the Simpsons area. They also have the Kwik-E-Mart, where you can get all of your Simpsons merchandise, souvenirs. Really, really well-themed store. Let's just take a peek. So basically it is just a themed store to the Simpsons, where you can get basically anything you want that is dedicated to the Simpsons. Once you exit the Kwik-E-Mart, they do have a Duff beer station, but I do believe they sell other alcoholic beverages. And I love that they did that with the Duff beer. They also have Lard Donuts, where you can get that giant donut that you always see everybody on Instagram having. They're actually pretty good. I've had it before, so I highly recommend that as well. After exiting the Simpsons area, you're back into like a little tiny New York area where you have Central Park and the train from Back to the Future 3. If you keep heading straight, you will see the Mystery Machine, where they usually have a Scooby-Doo and Friends meet and greet. Actually, there they go right now. Oh my God, I'm a psychic. There's Daphne, there's Fred, there's Velma, and Shaggy. Look how cute they are. And SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward are here. Oh my gosh. We're just getting really lucky with these meet and greets right now. Look, he's got his Mardi Gras mask on. I love that. How adorable is that? After you pass the SpongeBob SquarePants store, they do have the E.T. ride, E.T. Adventure. If you've never done that before, you have to do it. It is a Universal classic. So definitely check that out. And then straight back here is where the kids area is, but a lot of it is deserted after closing Barney and Friends show. The Woody Woodpecker coaster is the only thing that I believe is running right now. Other than that, everything else is just closed because I guess of COVID. They shut it down because these are obviously highly interactive areas, and you guys know, you know the deal already. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And if you really love it, which, come on, I know you do, you can donate to the channel through PayPal and CashApp. Now, after exiting from the kids area, you're gonna be walking down, I think this would be Rodeo Drive. I wanna say it is heavily themed to Hollywood, where you can check out Born Stuntacular. They have a lot of photo booth areas where you can get dressed up as vintage actors and actresses. Sorry, this music is throwing me off. I feel like I'm getting abducted into heaven right now. Wow. What's awesome and different about this year, after having a really rough year, Universal has decided to put Mardi Gras booths and floats all around the park instead of it being designated to one area or just having a parade. So I think that's really nice. I hope that's something that they keep doing year after year. Now, after you walk through the Rodeo Drive, Hollywood area, you're back at the entrance of the park. Now, obviously that's not everything here. I'm doing a quick, brief tour of the park just to give you guys kind of an idea of what they have here. So right now, we're gonna head to Islands of Adventure, and I'm gonna show you guys what they have over there and then give you my final opinion. Now, before we head into Islands of Adventure, I did stop at a U-Rest area to give myself a break from that mask because it is so hot today. And I'm gonna take this time to talk about Universal really quick. So basically Universal, I think, in my opinion, again, my opinion, I think that this side of the park is more targeted to that person who loves movies. So they have like E.T., which is a classic ride. I think it has a lot of that in there, which it's still fun. Now, Islands of Adventure, I think it's more themed to thrill seekers, adventure takers, whatever the case may be. Now that I shared my opinion, let's head inside Islands of Adventure. All right, friends, welcome to Islands of Adventure, where the adventure begins, and they truly mean it. As soon as you enter, you are in this Moroccan-esque feeling little square, which is beautifully themed. You guys know I am a sucker for theming, and it is just gorgeous. There are so many shops. There's candy shops, there's a Christmas shop. They have the Islands of Adventure store where they sell everything that's inside of the park. So you can grab it on your way out or before you enter. That's your business. Now, once you come straight up, you're gonna have two options. You can either go to the right into Seuss Landing or to the left into Comic Book Island. Today we are going to go to the right into Seuss Landing. And this is Seuss Landing. It is a kids-themed area to all the books of Dr. Seuss. Now, I do have a video coming out in a few days where we do a deep dive of this area and we show you everything that they have to offer. It'll be out in 2-3 days, so if you want to check it out, subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a brand new video. Like I said, this area is great if you have little ones. It's so colorful, very, very well themed. They have the Cat in the Hat ride. They have cats, hats, and things. There are a fun things to do here. I'm not going to show you too much of Seuss Landing because we do have a video coming out that I'm very, very proud of. It was so fun to create, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. After exiting Seuss Landing, you enter the Lost Continent, which is another well-themed area. Islands of Adventure has honestly the best themed areas, in my opinion. So here's where you'll find Poseidon's Fury and this mythical restaurant. I believe that's the name. I could be very wrong, but I've heard really good things about it. So if you can get yourself a reservation there, definitely check that out. And then to your right is Poseidon's Fury, which is not open right now. I'm not sure if it's because of the pandemic or what, but it's closed and I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know when they're reopening or if they're even going to reopen. And then past that is where you can find the Treasure of Poseidon. So they have a lot of like jewelry that you can purchase, t-shirts, a lot of neat finds in there. And then straight ahead would be the Moroccan themed market. That's where you can get henna, you can get some food. Very, very, very well themed. Again, love it. And look who we got out here. And again, I do not remember his name. Every time I come here, someone tells me his name and then I forget it. But there he is. After you exit the Lost Continent is where you'll find the gates into Hogsmeade. So they have a train conductor right here at the front, greeting everyone as if you were coming off the Hogwarts Express. Now, if you don't have that pass, obviously you cannot get on the Hogwarts Express. So there's that. Now, when you walk in, the first thing you're gonna see to your left is Honeydukes. It is the Wizarding World candy shop. They have one just like it on the other side, except it's sugar plums, I believe. But this one is a lot better. They also have a butterbeer cart that is directly in the center of the path where you can get a regular butterbeer, a frozen butterbeer, or a hot butterbeer, depending on the season. And then to the right of the cart is Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Now, if you do not have a virtual queue, you cannot get on this ride. And we don't have one today because it is spring break and everyone's here. So I wish I could show you guys more of that. But again, I do have footage of it on another one of my videos. You'll find it over on my channel. And directly across from Hagrid's, you'll find the Three Broomsticks, which basically serves all the same stuff that the Leaky Cauldron does. So you're not really missing out on too much, just different type of theming. What's great about the Wizarding World on both sides is that if you go to one, you're not really gonna miss out because they do have some type of replica of it. Like here we have Ollivanders, but it's not like the authentic Ollivanders that you would go to if you were in Diagon Alley, but you still can get an interactive wand here, and you can still get candy from Honeydukes here, all the same things that they have over there. But one thing that Diagon Alley does not have is Hogwarts Castle. Now here you have Hogwarts Castle, where you can find the ride Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. It is a motion simulator, so if you get sick, this is really not the ride for you. But if you don't want to ride it, you could still walk through the queue, which is very, very immersive and fun. They have moving pictures and all of that if you're into it. Now, crossing over the bridge into Jurassic Park, this is where everybody comes to get their photo in front of the castle. So if you want that epic photo, this is the place to do it. All right, friends, welcome to Jurassic Park. Now, Jurassic Park was on the struggle bus for a hot minute, but now that they have the Velocicoaster coming, it's going to elevate this side of the park. And I can't wait to see what's gonna happen over here and what the crowds are gonna be like now that that's opening. But let me show you guys the rest of Jurassic Park, and I'll show you guys a little bit of the Velocicoaster. And if you're looking for something to eat, they have Pizza Predators. So obviously they sell pizza. I've never eaten there, so I don't know how the food is. But if you have, leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of it. And here, right next to the Pizza Predators, they have Raptor Encounters, is where you can meet a raptor. So I know a lot of kids love it. It's really, really fun. I've seen a few videos on it. Definitely something worth checking out. And directly across is the Velocicoaster. I'm gonna try to sneak in here and get some footage. It is really hard. I do have other videos where I do have some footage of it, but I haven't seen it testing. Everyone has videos of the ride testing and I have yet to see it. And then straight ahead from the Velocicoaster, you have River Adventure. It is a water ride that is honestly so fun. I really do enjoy it. You don't get that wet depending on where you sit. So if you sit all the way in the back, you should be fine. But if you want to get completely wet, you better get that front row. They also have another restaurant dedicated to the Jurassic Park area. That is Thunder Falls Terrace. I've heard the food here is really good. Again, I haven't tried it. The only thing I've eaten there was a turkey leg, and that was bomb. So I can only imagine how well this food must be. Next to Thunder Falls is Skull Island Revenge of Kong. This is, I think, the only screen simulation ride besides Forbidden Journey that they have here. It's a really smooth, fun ride, not too intense. If you're someone who doesn't like coasters, this would be your best bet here. Now, after exiting Jurassic Park / Kong, you'll be entering Toon Lagoon, which is dedicated to those vintage classic cartoons from when my mom was born. And I think she was born in 1950 some. Just kidding. Straight ahead is Dudley Do Ride. It is finally reopened after going through some refurbishment, which is, I've heard, annually that they do that. So welcome back, Dudley Do Ride. This is a full water coaster. If you do not want to get wet, do not get on this because you will be completely drenched. Now, one thing I love about Toon Lagoon when it's not spring break is that this place is never crowded. Obviously, it's crowded right now because spring break is happening, but other than that, it is completely empty, and it's a nice place to like get photos, kick back, relax, escape the crowds of the Wizarding World. Love this area for that. We also have another water ride. It is Popeye and Pluto. It is a type of log flume ride, and you will get extremely wet on this as well. After making your way through Popeye, you will see a lot of shops and dining. So if you want to get some vintage looking stuff, you can definitely do that here in this area. And it's, again, great for photos. A lot of good photo opportunities here. I wish it wasn't so crowded so you could really see what it looks like, because it is very, very immersive, this area. Now, after you exit Toon Lagoon, you will be entering Comic Book Island, where you can find the Spider-Man ride, the Hulk ride, the Doom Tower thing. I've never ridden that. I'm terrified of that. But there is a lot to do here. So if you are a huge Marvel comic book fan, this would be your area. There are a lot of shops where you can get autographed things from Avengers of the past and present and future. And there goes the Spider-Man ride. It is another screen 3D ride, but not as bad as Harry Potter. This one doesn't make me sick. It's more like Transformers over on Universal's little area. Next to Spider-Man is Dr. Doom's Fear Fall. I will never do this, but if you have done it, very, very brave. And next to Dr. Doom is the Incredible Hulk coaster. It looks a lot more intense than it actually is. I've done it a few times. It is so fun. If you have the opportunity to do this ride, you must do it. You will not regret it. Here goes some more footage of the coaster for you so you guys could get a better view of it. It is so fun. Again, check it out if you can. Once you are passing the Hulk, you are back at the entrance of Islands of Adventure. So that's going to complete our tour here today. We're going to exit the park so I can give you my final verdict. Alright guys, so here is my final verdict on where you should go. This is my opinion. I feel like I should just say that one more time before I finally give my verdict. So I think the best place to go, if you're just going to come here for one day, is Islands of Adventure. It has so much more to offer than Universal. Yes, Universal has a better themed Wizarding World, but the overall theming in Islands of Adventure is just very cohesive and fun, and that's what I love about Islands of Adventure. If you are seeking those crazy thrill rides, Islands of Adventure is definitely the place to go. And they also have a kids area, which is nice. The kids area in Universal is not even open. So yeah, Islands of Adventure is the way to go. Now, there is no right or wrong answer here when it comes to deciding which park you want to go to. At the end of the day, it is your choice and your preference. It is my preference to go to Islands of Adventure because I am someone who enjoys thrill rides and incredible theming, and that's just where I stand on it. If you guys want to go to a different park, that's totally on you. And actually, I'm very curious to know where you would go. So leave a comment below and let me know which park you prefer to go to. All right, friends, that is a wrap for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, turn on that bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a brand new video. As always, I love you for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.